Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keaton. You're watching Come On The Hoops Celtic. If this is your first time coming across the channel, please press the subscribe button. A thumbs up or a comment below would be appreciated. Before we get into the video, I just want to wish Scott Brown a happy retirement. The legend, the Broony, the invincible, the treble captain, the quad treble captain. A man that spent 14 years at Glasgow Celtic and then left last summer and joined Aberdeen with Stephen Glass. Hasn't worked well with Stephen Glass. Stephen lost his job. Jim Goodwin came in, and then this morning reports were coming out that Aberdeen and Scott Brown cut ties and he's retired from football. He's going to have options, folks. He's going to have loads of options. We're going to talk about a couple of the options, but some of the moments he had in the Celtic shirt, scoring an Ibrox, the iconic moment against Juff, winning the league at Rugby Park, scoring against Hamilton last minute as well at Celtic Park. You know, some big moments for Scott Brown. That cracking goal against St Johnstone, captained the team in Europe many a times, captained us to some derby victories as well, at Hampden, at Ibrox, at Celtic Park. You know, he was a wind-up merchant against Rangers, and you've seen it this season even for Aberdeen. He scored that cracking header at Ibrox. Unbelievable. Well, what a legend. What a legend. One of my favourite players of all time. Top 5 Celtic players of all time. Scott Brown being there. You know, look at the honours. Look at the appearances. Says everything. He's 37 now in the summer. So let's talk about his options. First of all, every Celtic fan, majority of Celtic fans you could say, want him back to the club right now. I don't think it's the right decision. Out straight, which is I think he wants to develop as a coach. Let him go off. Learn his trade. If it's lower leagues, if it's the case that he's going to be a number 2 for another team in Scotland, or he goes abroad. Now there's reports that he could be joining Neil Lennon at Omonia, Nicosia. So it could be reports that he could go there. Could be a case that he might join Sean Maloney at Hibs in some coaching capacity, or he might just go on his own and decide, look, let's manage the Scottish Championship or League One, like similar to what other former players have done. Let's see what happens there. So, look, I'd like to see him come back to Celtic one day. I just don't think, because he's a legend and he's an absolute hero, you just put him in the mix. He deserves to have that honour to be in the mix, to be a part of, and just coaching team. And doesn't know the guy. Yes, Scott Brown knows most of the crop of players there, but like, you just don't put him in there because he's Scott Brown. You know, you got to be a good candidate for the job. There has to be an interview process. You got to have the badges as well. You know, I just think it's very premature people to say just put him in there because he's a Celtic legend. I know it happened in the past where Strachan bring Lenny back, but this is Scott Brown. This is a man that's, he's won 10 league titles at the club. I just like to see him go off, learn the game. If it's overseas or it's domestic football or it's being a number 2 to Sean Maloney, or if he goes somewhere else, I just think it's too early to bring Broony back. It's definitely too early. He might not even go down the road of doing coaching. He might just take a year off and do a bit of punditry. He's not a bad pundit as well. Look, he's after having some great moments, and it's quite sad that a man that dominates Scottish football is finally hanging up his boots, you could say. Like, this is a guy we signed back in 2007, and there was controversy over it. Like, he was meant to be originally went to go to Rangers, and then Rangers trying to sell him a contract in the car park, and then likes of Peter Lawwell, Gordon Strachan met him down in London and had a chat at the table, and then it was done and dusted, and then he left Hibs to sign for Celtic, and then there was talks that he was done before Brendan Rodgers came in, and Brendan Rodgers gave him that charisma to stay on and play football past his mid-30s, and he's done it, and some cracking days with Scott Brown. We always go back to that moment at Ibrox. He's always got to take his shirt off. He gets the glasses, the beautiful Sunday as well. Some cracking moments Broony has done. And I always remember that goal as well. He scored against St Mirren in Paisley, an absolute cracker. Pistons a rain out in the yellow-black jersey. But, some honours that he won at the club. Obviously, Lennon's first tender, he was the captain of that win against Motherwell, the first trophy. He was a captain as well under Ronnie's term. He was a captain under Brendan as well, and then captain, Lennon's last term. But look, it was a sad way his Celtic career ended. He didn't get to say proper goodbye to the fans, and that's what hurts a lot of fans. But I still think it's too early for Scott Brown to come back to the club. I know there's going to be people that are going to be saying, yes, bring him back. We want him back as an ambassador. We want him back as a youth coach. I still think, look, he might get the option. He might come back. And if he does come back as a youth coach, happy days. But I'd like to see him go overseas and coach in a senior capacity and learn the trade better, you know. If it's MLS, or as I said, if it's Scottish League, or if it's Championship, we'll see what happens. So let me know what you think of Broony retiring. I think it's a sad day, but it's, you know, he deserves, even for Scotland, he was a cracking ambassador for Scotland as well. So let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you all soon. Hell.